We're at Pray It Off, talking about simplifying our lives, talking about getting down to the basics, God, health, family, friends, getting rid of all that's unnecessary in our lives so we can concentrate on those. Well, does everyone think those are the big four? God, health, family, friends? Anyone want to throw out another big one? Nobody's throwing out another big one, Pray It Off land. So those must be the big four. God, health, family, friends. So you might be sitting out there going, but Ellen, I just don't know what to do. I'm going to give you 72 ways. Not one, not two, not 20, not 30, but 72 ways to simplify your life. There's a short list and a long list. The short list is whatever will work for you. The long list is all of them. And the first thing it tells you to do is make a list of your top 4 to 5 important things. We already did it. Health, God, family, friends. I threw in home. Because our home is important. Because that's where we are. That's where we live. All right? And evaluate your commitments. How much time are you spending at these different places? I even had to evaluate my commitment to Pray It Off for July and August so that I could have some time to take care of some of these other areas. Simplify your work tasks. Sometimes I find if I have to remove the clutter from the room, I'll call my sister, and the two of us will do my room, and then we'll go to her house and do her room. So we're talking, we're laughing, she's helping me. It's more fun that way. Get a partner. And come to my house, help me, and then I'll go to your house. But you know what's interesting? I'll think all your stuff is clutter. Get rid of that, get rid of that. And you'll be at my house going, you don't need this. So you'll be like, ah. But sometimes it's good to have another pair of eyes. One time I had someone helping me, and she goes, why do you have this broken Pelican? I had a chalk Pelican bank that I had since I was a child, and I didn't realize in the box that it was in it was broken. She goes, why do you got this broken Pelican? So I did get rid of it, but I saved it all those years, you know. Also, limit your communications. Now, some people say to me, did you get my text? I can't possibly, especially now that I have a broken computer, although I can do it on my phone, I guess, answer every text I get. If it's important, if you need an answer from me, I will. But we could be slaves to our texts, slaves to our emails. We need to purge our stuff. And I love how it says get rid of big items. We've got this honker entertainment center in our family room with the orange carpet. And it's really a nice entertainment center, but it's from the 80s and it only holds like a 28-inch, how big a TV does it hold?
27.
27-inch TV, which in modern terms is like those little portables we used to have as a teenager. So if we want a honker 60-inch TV, we have to get rid of this big honker entertainment center that, guess what? It's got a ton of clutter on it because it's big and there's a lot of shelves. So we're going to get rid of that. Also, pick one room at a time, sweet Jesus. One corner, one file, one room. Even simplify your wardrobe. I don't know about you guys, but I have clothes that I never wear. Does anyone else? And I don't mean because they don't fit me. I just never wear it. We need to take a good look and see, are we going to wear it? And if we are, why not? Or why? And then create a simplicity statement. And it could be something as this. Do I really need this junk? Yes or no? Limit your buying habits. I am not a shopaholic at a store, but give me a garage sale. And then if it's so cheap, see, this is what I have to wean myself from. Free up time to sleep and rest. Do what you love. Spend time alone. One of my books said, for a half hour today, do nothing. Nothing. Don't think, don't pray, just sit in a very comfortable chair, and for 1/2 hour, do absolutely nothing but breathe. I couldn't do it. I could not do nothing. I mean, I could sit there for a half hour. And then I tried getting a word like, Om. You know, I tried saying a sound so that no thoughts got in my head. And I did that pretty good for 5 minutes. And then around 10 minutes in, I'm like, I'll do it another day. I put off doing nothing for another day because I couldn't do nothing today. But think about that. Just relax a little bit. Clear your desk. One of the things I learned a long time ago in organization training for work is you handle a paper once. Or you get the mail. All right, I got a bill. Pay it. Boom. Now, pretend you got the money. Don't say, I don't have the money to pay it, Alan. All right, you got the money, pay it, boom, gone. What we do is we say, you know what, I'm going to set that right over, and then all of a sudden that pile is going like this, like this. Does anyone ever not pay a bill because you couldn't find it?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think I ever have, but I've searched for a few. But the pile gets bigger and bigger. If it's junk, get rid of it. Recycle it. Establish routines. I love routines. We take our showers the night before, we make our lunch the night before, we have everything ready the night before, the day we go to work. So there's no rushing around in the morning, there's no stress, it's done. I have my backpack packed for work, we have routines. Keep your email inbox empty. Learn to live frugally. You know, if you can't afford a 60-inch TV, don't be tempted to buy it on credit. You don't need it. Watch your 27-incher. You don't need it. Make your house minimalistic. You know, consider a smaller home. I remember we met with our financial planner, what was it, 2 years ago when we were consolidating everything, and he goes, well, you know, your son's going to college next year. Have you ever thought about selling the house? And we were like, we visibly went, what? Sell our house? Are you? He goes, you could just live in an apartment somewhere, you know, until you're ready to retire. And I'm thinking, just the mere thought of that, my house that I worked all these years, anyone with me here, to get and all that stuff and the pool and this. We were so busy last year, we didn't even have time to go in the pool very often. So what good is having that? So consider a smaller home, consider renting. Many of you have done that. You've downsized already. Did you survive, those of you who've downsized? Learn what enough is enough. That's not just true with stuff. That's true with food as well. Create a simple menu. Eat healthy. Exercise. Can you believe those are in there for living simply? Because if you eat fatty, greasy, salty, sugary, fried foods all the time, you're sure to have higher medical needs over the long term. You'll be on more pills, you'll be taking insulin, you won't be able to exercise, and always declutter before organizing. We started with our hall closet, where all the coats were. Did I tell you this story already? We took everything out. That's what you have to do. You have to take everything out. You're going to do a drawer, you take everything out and put it in a box. Then you put back in what you want. Because if you try doing it by taking one thing out at a time, you're going to go, oh, remember when I got that pen? I got it with my friend Darlene. I think I'll give her a call. Hey, Darlene, what's up? Yeah, decluttering. No, I haven't gotten too far. That's what you do. So instead, you take it all out, you put it in a drawer, you don't call Darlene right away. Also, have a place for everything. And I don't mean the black hole. So that when you go to look for it, oh my gosh, it's there. Learn to decompress from stress. Every week I talk about trusting God, eating less, no drama. At least 5 people said I gained weight this week because I had a lot of comfort food because of the stress. Now I can say the same things every week and we're still going to do what we usually do unless we decide to change. Unless we decide to say, you know what? I got that stress. I had the same stress last week. I'm going to change and turn it over to God. Try living without a car. Now that's not really feasible for all of us who have to go to work. But for some of you who are retired, maybe you can live with 1 car instead of 2. I'm just bringing it up, just throwing it out there. Simplify your goals. You know, if helping with world peace is one of your goals, it's a little lofty unless you try in your own little corner of the world. Simplify your filing system. Do you really need everything? See, that's what I think. I have boxes full of papers. Anyone else have boxes full of papers? Yeah. And then I'm thinking, why am I saving all that stuff? Because if I need one of those papers, I have no idea where it is. Because it's in those boxes. Yeah. Stupid, but shredded. I have a shredder. There's just so many things. Create the routines, I love it. Read Walden by Thoreau, you can get it free online. You can read Simplify Your Life by Elaine St. James. You can subscribe to Unclutterer, but pretty soon you'll be having so much clutter with all the non-clutter books that you're going to collect, so be careful about that. Learn to pack light. Every year we go to Bethany Beach for a week, and every year we would carry too much stuff and we'd live in our bathing suits. And we'd have like 20 outfits that we'd never wear. We've finally learned. Always ask this question: how will this simplify my life? We're going to have a very simple song to end after we have our recipe for simple hummus snack wrap. You have your hummus, your fat-free feta cheese, roasted peppers, and a low-carb wrap. You throw it all in the wrap, boom, you're done. How simple is that? All right, and Bobby, we're going to end right there, and I want everyone to prayerfully listen.